Hey everyone, and we are live here on April Fool's Day, April the 1st, 2021. I bet a lot of people who saw us posted that we were going to be live today are not even here because they were like, oh, they're probably not even going to do it. It's like an April Fool's thing. But we are, and we're here. And we got people joining in from everywhere. We want to see your comments. We want to see your questions. We are here live. And we're going to be talking tonight about something that really doesn't sound appealing and attractive. Packing and organization. That's really not my thing, and I'm going to tell you here in just a little bit how much I struggle with it. But it's something that needs to be talked about because it's something that we deal with every time we leave the house. Because I was like everybody else. The first time I take an extended trip, I feel like I have to take everything. And let me tell you, and my wife can come in here and she could testify. This is the hardest thing she has to deal with is culling stuff and not taking stuff and the fear of not having something that you need. And so packing and organization is a huge thing when it comes to going out in the middle of nowhere and not being around that Piggly Wiggly to get your food, or not being within 100 miles of a Walmart to run and get that roll of toilet paper or whatever that you think you forgot. So it's a tough thing for us. And so I have tonight some special guests with me who are experts, and I also have an old buddy with me who's actually gets out there and lives the lifestyle. So we're going to be talking about this. But I want to introduce these guys to you in case you don't know who you are, in case you've been living in a cave or living in a hole and you don't know that these guys are out there and that they're actually big time. And so here we go. Adam Wood with Step 22 Gear has joined us. Adam is the founder of Step 22. He designed the first ever jack cover. And since then, he has worked on and designed many different soft good items that you will find incredibly durable. I did not have any idea about how durable these things were until I actually put my hands on them. Adam, welcome. We appreciate you being here.
Thanks for having me.
We also have Ryan from Zarges. And if you didn't know how to pronounce it, that's how you pronounce it. Zarges Cases has been around since 1933, pre-World War II. Don't hold this against them, but they are Germans. Okay. But we did win the war, so it's okay. It's okay. Walter Zarges fulfilled his dream of establishing a company that makes day-to-day life easier for people through lightweight aluminum construction. And they've been in the United States for 13 years now. Ryan comes from us in North Carolina. Ryan, thanks for being here.
Yeah, happy to be here. And for the record, I support the Allies.
Attaboy.
Let's get that one out of the way right away.
We appreciate that. And also with us, Okie Taco, my old buddy from Oklahoma. If you didn't realize that, that's what the Okie means. And he lives the overland lifestyle, and he will give us insight as to how he packs and organizes. And I am the professor, in case you didn't know me, and I will have absolutely zero to add to this conversation because this is what I struggle with. And I'm telling you, this show will be more for me than it will be for anybody because if you are an expert packer, I will sit at your feet and learn. I will call you the Buddha. I will call you whatever you want, and I will sit at your feet and learn because you have reached the pinnacle of expertise, and I love it. Now, let me tell you, we have a couple of things that we're doing tonight that are a little bit different. We're going to be giving away a Zarges case. Ryan, do you have that Zarges case you want to show them?
Yes,
this is the case that we're going to be giving away. This is a nice size. This is not one of your...
This is a good case. This is a 40564. We're not playing around with this giveaway.
No.
I went ahead and invested in this show here. I got my $15 haircut from Greg Clips. I also got a fantastic case that somebody is going to be lucky enough to get shipped to them after the show. So it is. It's going to be a really good time.
Well, let me tell you, I am very jealous of who's going to win this. He did not skimp and pull something out of the back of the closet. He actually got the best of the best. And I'm going to tell you just in a minute how you can win this. But Adam's also going to have a giveaway. Adam, tell us what you're going to give away tonight.
We're going to do one of our new multicam Tropic hats.
Sweet.
We're going to throw in a set of strap wraps.
Awesome.
And then we're gonna add one of our new products, not yet released. Which when we get to that later on, I'll tell you which one of those new products we're gonna go ahead and drop one of those in also.
Wow, that is incredible. We did not know that until now. I mean, he just pulled that one out of thin air and shocked us all. So here and I sit in shock and awe that we're going to have some awesome giveaways tonight. Now, let me tell you. We've got several people that are listening, and I'm going to repeat this throughout the show. Let me tell you how you can qualify to win these. And this is not going to be something that we're going to give away 2 weeks from now or when we get 9,000 listens or whatever. This is going to be given away tonight. So what I need you to do, I need you to go and share this broadcast with everybody that you know. And everybody that shares this broadcast, you will have your name put in a hat, and we will draw it at the end. And by the end of the show, you'll know whether you won or not. We'll announce it. It'll be a world premiere. It'll be crazy. You're going to love it. So let me start off with you, Step 22, Adam. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your vision for Step 22.
Yeah. Thanks for for having me here and the great introduction. As you covered a little bit, we do premium quality, purpose-built storage, for whatever kind of travel you do, largely for the overlanding community. So basically the foundation of Step 22 is wanting to create unique products that are nothing like you can find on the market elsewhere. And then just getting a premium level of quality where whatever we build, we want you to only have to buy it one time. Our plan here is not, to make things that you have to buy over and over and over again. Yeah. That's how I started the company, based on a product that I got tired of buying over and over and over again. I was wasting money. And so everything that we do is the best of the best. Wherever we get our thread, the zippers, the nylon, wherever it is around the world, is top notch.
That's excellent. I love it. And I promise you, if you ever just go out on a limb and order it, or if you go to an event where it's there, or go to a store that carries it, you will see that's exactly what he's talking about. And I know Ryan feels the same way about his Zarges cases. Ryan, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you started with Zarges.
All right. So Zarges, like you said, we've been around 88 years over in Germany. Actually, the first factory was bombed during World War I. We built the second factory to look like a barn so we could hide from detection, basically. But we've been building the best lightweight aluminum cases for a long time, but we are fairly new in the United States, and we are fairly new to the overlanding market. But since I've come on with Zarges roughly 9 months ago, I quickly figured out that we have the best product when it comes to off-road storage. So the combination of our 27 different sizes, as well as the top-notch quality, the IP54 rating, which in layman's terms means, water-resistant, airtight seal. People, I don't necessarily feel that you have to have a Zarges case or anything to go out and have a good time and get out there on the road. But I sure as hell know that if you're looking to have some top quality storage solution, you're going to go with a Zarges case. We're out of Charlotte, North Carolina, and I was joking around earlier, it's like manifest destiny. We are slowly getting the name and the product out west to where some heavy overlanders are, with all that beautiful desert and the mountains out there. We're starting to get a lot more customers and business out that way. We also do some business in Canada and Mexico. We are all of North America. So if you're listening from up north or down in Mexico, we're more than capable of getting you a case as well. And I just have a lot of pride in our product. Like I said, originally we had done predominantly business to military sales. So that's why we weren't really chasing the overlanding market as much. Things kind of changed, a new president, military spending, a pandemic. All of a sudden, there's less and less military sales, and we kind of pivoted about a year ago. And they brought me on board and said, hey, how can we have more of a business to consumer friendly product? I met really cool people like Adam, people who said, hey, you guys would kill it in the overland market. Just put a little work in. And slowly but surely, we are letting it known that we have a really, really strong product. We can do customization as far as interior and exterior. In 2021, we're going to get really deep into colored cases. The standard aluminum's awesome, but wait till you see some of these collaborations that we are embarking on right now. Some really, really unique cases. Yeah. And all of them still lightweight, tough, durable, and I'm sure Step 22 can speak of this. One of our problems is we don't have repeat customers because our cases last 20, 30, 40 years. So it's not like, it's a good problem to have, but we certainly, don't have people calling up and saying, I need a new one because the last one broke. I haven't heard that complaint yet. So that's just a little bit about Zarges.
Well, I'm really interested in the cases. I love the old, and Adam Okie can tell you, I love the old stuff. My stove that I take is 54 years old that I cook on, and my coffee maker that I use when we camp is about 47 years old. I love the old stuff, and I can look on the Zarges Instagram, and it's all the time somebody's posting a 40-year-old case covered in stickers, or a 50-year-old case covered in stickers, or a military case that's been through I don't know how many wars. They're so cool, and there's no other aluminum cases out there that can do that. I mean, y'all been around for a long time. It's really cool. Now, when we talk about what we're talking about, our topic tonight about organization and packing. Organization seems to be my key to happiness. I have changed my setup I don't know how many times. Every time I go out and come back, I rethink it, I redo it, because I can't really seem to get it dialed in. It drives me crazy when things are scattered. I want a nice and neat campsite because I like to post pictures. I want to be able to find things and not have to dig for them. I want to be able to unpack and pack in a short amount of time. And I don't want to be sweaty by the time I get all this stuff done. So the organization is a big deal to me. So when you guys talk to people, when you go to the more expos and the different places like that, do you have people that come up to you and have the same problems as I do? Or am I the only one that feels this way?
No, I think the problem like that is a lot of people. That's the biggest thing with us is we worked out of totes when we first started, and you put everything nicely in a tote, but by the time you start getting stuff out of there, stuff starts getting messy. And staying organized is the best way for us to camp comfortably. There's nothing more frustrating than looking for that one thing. And it makes your evening flow so much better, and it makes your camp more enjoyable when it's organized.
You're right. Adam?
Yeah, I think, and this is why I love events. It's being able to come into contact with our customers directly. And one of the most common things that happens is a person will come up and say, basically, I've got a problem, right? They present to me their problem. Here's a statement. I've got this. Here's what I'm using. It's not working. I don't know how I should store this, right? They've gone out and their trip, if everything went smooth, they wouldn't come home talking about their gear because the gear is going to do its job. And I think one of the key things to becoming organized and everything is trying to determine what your problem is and then finding the proper solution. And that's why a lot of the step 22 stuff that we build is purpose built. It's designed to solve a problem. And a lot of times we'll get customers that'll come in and they'll have a problem and we don't have the solution. And I appreciate that someone wants to buy gear from us, but sometimes I tell them, no, this isn't right for you. Or they'll be wanting to buy something and I'll ask them, how are you going to use that? What are you going to put in it? And they'll tell me, and I'll say, well, I don't really want to sell this to you because this isn't going to solve your problem. Oh, well, what about this? Or what do you think would be better?
Right.
And if we have a solution, obviously I'm gonna let them know. But sometimes it's like, go down the road, see this other company, go to this website, because that's truly the only way that you're gonna not be frustrated at camp is when you try to source a product just because you like the brand or you think that product's cool. If it's not purpose built to solve your problem, you're gonna be doing the same thing over and over again. It's like when you wire your rig 12 times over because you didn't plan the right voltage and wiring and load and all that, right? It's kind of the same thing. So, and as far as, to your point of needing to clear stuff out, go backpacking. I tell people, go backpacking one time. First time I went backpacking was a 42-mile trip. It was a full week. And I literally brought the kitchen sink. I had a portable sink. I had a little lawn chair type deal, spare shoes for camp. And you learn really quick that way what you don't need. Yeah. And you learn your pack and you learn how your pack is built and stuff you need and the right way to pack it. Yeah. Down from where the heavy stuff goes and all that. And so you can kind of translate that into your vehicle build, right? And what you need and how you're going to store it, be purpose built. I think that's kind of the right roadmap to get to a point where you go out, you do your trips and you're not frustrated anymore.
Yeah, I agree. It takes, I don't know. It really just takes getting out there and seeing, and going through a weekend and seeing what you need and coming back home and taking out what you didn't need and that's just really, that's what I encourage people to do is analyze every single time you go out and come back, what you used and what you didn't, and if you didn't use it, maybe you don't need it. And if it's going to be one of those things where if you go out 1,000 times and out of those 1,000 times you only use it once, probably that one time you used it, you didn't need it. So, it just takes a little bit of, I'm just going to stick to my guns on this and light my load. And
I also think creativity, multi-use products, a lot of things can do more than one job if you get a little creative.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. Well, what do you guys feel is the key to being well organized? Is it having the right case? Is it having the right piece of gear? Is it sitting down and making a list? What do you feel is key?
It all depends. Overland, and I don't pretend to be an expert overlander, but I have picked up a few tricks about packing just by traveling. It's funny. My girlfriend, every time we go somewhere, she reminds me, do you have your phone charger? Do you have your phone charger? And last time we went to Chicago, she forgot her phone charger because she was so busy reminding me about mine. So, overlanding is that, but you're planning for a whole, excursion. Could be a week, could be a weekend. I think practice helps. Like you said, if you're constantly overpacking, I think, and I tell this to my customers who sometimes want to buy a larger case than they're going to need. I will ask, hey, well, what do you plan on using this case for? They say, pots and pans and recovery gear, a couple this, that. And I said, well, I think we can get away with a smaller case. you know, at the end of the day, we do have a lot of options. So finding out exactly what you need for a trip, like you said, I think is really important. And I wouldn't call myself the king of organization under any circumstances, but I do know, you know, more isn't always better. You know, it's about packing the right stuff, and rather than just packing everything you can think of and then forgetting your phone charger at the end of the day. Shout out Kelly.
Oh, I do that so many times. I'm so worried about my wife taking what she needs, I forget my own stuff. But I do know that there are downloadable. One of the good things about being with somebody like an organization like Overland Bound is they provide you with documents like that. They have checklists, and let me tell you, their checklists have 5,000 things on there, and so you actually have to go through there and say, "Man, I'm never going to need a curling iron," so I can just pretty much just cross that off the list. I don't know. I will never ever need one. I mean, you can look at my head and you see that I'm never going to need a curling iron. So, I mean, you got to be a little sensible about things, but there are some things that are on that list that you may think about this time, but the next time you go out, it never crosses your mind. And so you're all the time adding gear. You go out and you come back and you cull some things. Well, you might need to change your list up a little bit. So there's the list is all the time changing, but you've got to be on top of things and realize what you've got. And you may be like me. My overland rig is not my daily driver. So probably 90% of the things that we take stay in there. And when we go somewhere, all I've got to do is put food and clothes in there and the dog, and we're ready. Because everything that we take is in there. It never comes out. It always stays there. And so if your overland rig is your daily driver, then you've got to have a pile over here in the corner that these are the things I never, ever leave home without. And you don't want to leave home without your chairs and have no place to sit. I mean, you don't want to leave home without any kind of fuel and have to rely on a fire, and you get out to New Mexico and there's a burn ban. I mean, you've got to really think about some of these things before you take off. Now, this is a question that popped into my head, and I want to take a break here and remind everybody we are having a giveaway tonight. So make sure you go send us your comments, but go and share this what do we call it? This is called a show. Share the show, and when you share the show, your name will be put in a hat, and you will win. If your name is picked, you'll win a case. You'll win some stuff from Step 22, a hat and some straps and stuff. So make sure you go and share the show. We're glad that you're here. But we are talking about organization and packing. So this thought came into my mind when I was thinking about questions to ask you, because math has never been one of the things that I was very good at, but it interests me. And so what percentage do you think of overlanders are well organized? Yeah, I know that.
I would say a good portion of them are. I don't know if I could put a percentage on it, but I would say most of the people that I know really take time in being organized. You only have, especially driving a Toyota, you only have so much room, and so you have to figure out those good packing skills and narrow down your list of things to take, because you can't get it all in there. It's just not possible.
It's not going to go.
I think that's the one thing that drove me to the Zarges cases is they had so many, and you mentioned it, there's so many different sizes, and having that limited space, we needed a certain size case to fit a certain space, and they had that. And I think that's been the biggest, trying to utilize all the different products for the spaces that we needed it. And, that Zarges did that for us for sure.
Well, Adam, you and your wife, Kayla, y'all go out pretty much every weekend. There's rarely a weekend that you and your wife don't go out, and you've got a really nice rigged out Tacoma, and you're fixing to start working on your wife's 4Runner.
Yeah.
For somebody who does it constantly, how do you feel Do you feel that you excel in organization, or do you feel that there's room for improvement?
I think there's always room for improvement. I think every time we go, like Adam from Step said, always changing something. But I think that I think we do excel at that. My wife takes a lot of pride in breaking down and organizing everything. So we have purchased products to help us do that. And yeah, I would say we excel at that. But you can always improve on something, and we always change something every time we go.
Yeah, that's the same here. In fact, we recently made a purchase, and I want to show you. I got it right here. I've got my little. Yeah, this is what I've got.
That's
got
a hedgehog.
And let me tell you, this was one of the things where I told my wife, we're fixing to work on this. It was a rainy Sunday. We had nowhere to be. We got our hedgehogs out. I hung them in the bathroom, and I said, we're fixing to work on this. And let me tell you, my wife looked at me and she said, you don't know how hard this is for me. Because for somebody who has a lot of hair, I mean, we were taking shampoo bottles this big. We were taking conditioner bottles this big. We were taking hairbrushes and Q-tips, and oh my gosh, it was just piles and piles and piles. And when things pile, I just want to just rip my hair out. I cannot stand it. It drives me absolutely crazy. Everything's got to pack and stack. It's got to pack and stack. And so my vehicle's smaller than yours, Adam. So I don't have a ton of room, especially when you put a 70-pound bulldog in there with you, and his giant head takes up 90% of the inside of an FJ. You don't have a lot of room in there. And so we got out the hedgehogs, and we got the Stingray flat boxes. And I told her, I said, okay, how many pairs of clothes do you need for a weekend? Oh, well, maybe one or two. Okay, well, why are we taking 7? Why aren't we taking 7 pairs of clothes for 2 days? Everything, and this is my rule now. On a weekend trip, everything has to go in that box. Everything has to go in the box. That's it. Nothing else, no more. I don't care if you have less, but definitely not more. And, I had to lay down some ground rules and say, we don't need all these clothes. We don't need all this. We don't need to take 500 Q-tips. I know we got earwax, but good Lord have mercy. Come on. And so we took out a whole day, and I hung up those hedgehogs, and I told her, I said, okay, we're going to put 5 Q-tips in here. We're going to get some toenail clippers and put in there. We're going to get some tissues and put in there. We're going to get some shower pouches. And if you have not discovered shower pouches, let me tell you, they're amazing, because I cannot go to bed sweaty and nasty. And sometimes you can't take a shower. Those things are amazing. So check out Shower Pouch. I'm not sponsored by them. Don't even know the guys, never met the guys, but they make an amazing stinking product. We put some of those in there. And let me tell you, we took a 7-day trip to West Virginia, and she took her hedgehog, and she was like, wow, I didn't really need any more than what was in there. I was like, I know, I tried to tell you, you don't listen, And so it was an eye opener for us. You have to try to take less. You have to try to take less. And unless you're pulling an 18-wheeler, unless you've got one of those expedition vehicles, the 6x6s or whatever, the $500,000 vehicles, you can take anything you want. You've really got to cut down, because you cannot take everything that you're used to every single day. And so those were one of the few things that we did to organize here recently. And that's been within the past 2 or 3 weeks. And that's what's really made this be on my mind, because I hate it when clothes are piled outside our tent, underneath our awning or whatever. I hate it when dishes are piled up. I hate it when the kitchen's not organized and I can't find anything. I hate it when I dig into my fridge and I cannot find the pork chops. I want everything organized and nice and neat. And so that's what's really been on my mind. And I don't know about y'all, but it really drives me crazy.
Well, I mean, I think this is a prime example of taking a look at the classic case of, like I say, having that problem. You guys realized you had a problem. In this case, it was taking too much stuff, not being organized, and you found a solution, a purpose-built solution. Which that solution it kind of did two things. It helped you realize that you were taking more that you needed. And that these were products that allowed you to store the right amount of goods for what you were going to need for that trip in a purpose-built way, where that hedgehog, now you don't have to think about it. You know where each product fits within that hedgehog. You know how much travel you can get out of it. You know what size everything needs to be. And hopefully that trip and all the trips you do from here out, if you come home and you're struggling with gear or struggling with, we still have too much stuff, whatever, I hope you don't think about the hedgehog. The idea of the hedgehog is that allows that part of your travel to go so smooth that it's not even on your mind when you come home.
Don't even have to think about it.
That's it. The design for the hedgehog was, I was at Northwest Overland Rally. I did about a 2-week trip out to National Park, went kind of all around Washington, but I had a trailer because I did the event. So I had my truck in the trailer. I couldn't go off road. I couldn't go off grid. I was doing established campgrounds, and I had all the stuff in multiple bags and multiple things. And I was going down, to wash up, to brush my teeth. And I lock my rig, and I wanted to always have my phone with me because we can't go anywhere without our phone, right? And I'd get down there and be a little moldy and not enough room. And where am I going to put my phone and my keys and my pack towel? And I ran into a bunch of problems along the way. Got back and said, okay, here's my list. I'm big on lists, not only for packing, but as we come up with these products, here's a list of problems. Let's create the solutions. So I did that on the product end, then give you the product. You have your list of problems. And this product is a purpose-built way to solve those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, Adam, I know you have always take a couple of the Zarges cases on your roof rack on your taco. What do you carry in those? What do you use those for?
I use those for all of my tools. So every tool that I think I might need for any emergency, I have in one. And then the other one, I store all of most of the recovery gear up there. That's stuff that I don't always get into. And just, that's what I keep up there.
Yeah, that's one thing that people, or a lot of people, don't think about as far as organizing and easy to get to is your tools. You don't want, if you're stuck and buried in mud, or you're laying on your side, or you've got a tire that's flat, or you need something that's broke down, you don't want to have to be digging for tools because you're already upset anyway. Right. And so you want it in a good spot. And let me tell you, one place you can guarantee not to be buried is on your roof. Right. So you picked the perfect spot. The perfect spot. Well, I know those Zarges cases look super cool up there. I wish I had pulled off picture to show everybody, because they had taken some really awesome photos of your rig in the Artemis experience there at Moore Expo. People were just crowded around it all the time. There's no telling how many people crawled up in your tent that weekend. Weekend. That was cool. But man, those, as soon as people see you coming down the road, that's the first thing that sticks out, is them Zarges cases up there. And personally, I've never seen inside of them, so I was kind of curious as to that. So we know there's a ton of gear out there that can help you with organization and packing, but what I want to focus on for just a little bit is what your two companies offer the overlanding world. So Ryan, I want to start with you. Tell us about how your products, I know there's the one thing I love about the Zarges cases compared to all the other ones is you can get them in different colors. Everybody's about color matching these days, and that's super cool. But the different sizes and the way, and you've got something new that just came out that we want to talk to everybody about as far as the mounting. So tell us how they can be helpful to the overland.
Sure. So when space is at a premium, the difference between a Zarges case and a plastic case. I'm not going to name any particular companies, but our interior dimensions and our exterior dimensions are basically exactly the same. Some of those thicker plastic cases, you lose maybe 3 or 4 inches, and you anticipate. I field phone calls all day saying, "Hey, I got 24 inches, and I need it to be 24 inches," and that's what we provide. It's very tough aluminum, so it can be fairly thin. The big thing that Zarges is really excited about is our roof rack mounting system. And I have it here, kind of a sample of what it's going to look like. This is actually 2 of them put together, but it's a very easy, very sleek mounting bracket that is going to be put either sets of 2 on each corner or 4 for a bigger box. And it allows for easy on, easy off. It's so easy to attach and detach that I was playing with it the other day, and it's just really cool. We think it's going to really change the game as far as people considering Zarges cases for their roof racks. It'll fit any roof rack that has a T-channel. So the little channel that goes down your Rhino rack, or there's so many out there that have a T-channel. And you can see where the hardware goes in. It's pretty simplistic, but that's what we like about it. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel. And actually the idea behind the brackets came from a product we've been selling for 60 years, which is the casters. We have these casters that are basically just tires. We sell them to a lot of the European soccer teams. They use Zarges cases for pushing around the gear and equipment, but they have to be on wheels. So we kind of reverse engineered the casters to make roof rack brackets, and it's going to make overlanding a whole lot easier. I know they're safe, they're secure, they've been tested. We are mass batching them right now. I've sent them out to people I trust. You're not going to worry about anything flying off your roof. And in the incidents that you say, "Hey, I want to get that whole box down," no longer are you drilling into the box. No longer are you drilling into your roof rack. You have these nice clamps that secure your gear. Say you want to pack a little something extra, you get a Zarges case, you buy some clamps. You're going to find room on your roof rack somewhere to get some extra stuff in there. And those are really some of the advantages. I mean, I could go on forever, and sometimes I tend to, so I'll just let it go there. But yeah, we're the real deal. Zarges Cases is slowly but surely putting our footprint down in the overlanding market, and these brackets, I think, are going to be our ticket to people choosing to use us versus some of the other brackets that I'm sure people have seen out there that are a little clunkier, a little bulkier. We didn't do that. We thought kind of minimalist, easy to use, user friendly, and we designed these, and we can't wait to see what people think of them once they are open for the market. In just about 2 weeks here, we'll be able to sell these things. So I'm excited.
Very cool. Very cool. I know that's going to be very helpful. Easy on, easy off is always an attractor, especially if you don't have to drill into a case that you just spent, a lot of money for. You pride yourself on those things not leaking, and the last thing you want to do is make a hole in it. So those are going to be huge. I think they're going to be a big attractor for you. Love all the different sizes. Man, that's one thing I think is a big factor in the overlanding world. Everybody's got a different vehicle. Some people have trucks, some people got SUVs, some people's got Subarus. So everybody needs a different size case. The roof racks are different sizes, so you don't really have a lot of room sometimes. Sometimes you get way too much. So everybody uses a different size case, and you offer that. You offer the same quality in the small cases as you do the big cases.
Yeah,
You can custom order them, and they're all super nice. They're all super cool.
We're working on a project right now with a coffee company with our smallest size case, about that big, and they're they're gonna put all their coffee gear and stuff in there, and all the way up to massive cases that we sell to firemen who are fighting wildfires out in Colorado and California, who keep their gear and their storage hoses in these massive cases. So I don't know who else would use a case that big, but it's pretty cool. And if you haven't heard of Zarges yet, come check us out, or share this post, and you could be leaving with this bad boy here tonight.
That's right.
So
you share the show, you could
share the show and win the prize. Step on up.
Put in there. Even old Mason Berry might win. You never know. You never know. The bearded one himself. Now somebody asked on here about rust. Now the cases, are they 100% aluminum, or is the hardware stainless steel? There's no steel on there that will rust or anything, right?
No rust. These cases have been used by scientists up in Antarctica. I guess it'd be down in Antarctica, but completely impervious to the elements. No rust. The brackets, stainless. All the hardware, no chance of rust. You could be sitting in a thunderstorm or a tsunami. I don't care. This case is going to stay on top of your truck. It's going to keep whatever's inside of it dry. It's going to keep it no moisture, no dampness, no smelliness. These cases are, I love it. Like I said, they are a premium product. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like they're going to be on the rack at Walmart. You're not going to find them at Walmart.
Yeah, you're right.
But if you're looking to invest in a product that you're only going to buy once and is very unique and very appealing, and we can, if you were to say be a company owner or want to have a one of a kind, painted case or some sort of job done that would be unique. Companies like Pelican, they can't offer that. They just don't care simply enough. They're doing well. They're doing so well that they're not going to go out of their way to, paint an individual case for, a small time overlander who really takes pride in his gear. We're a company who looks out for our customers. No job is too small. We value everybody who looks into us as a company. And, I really hope that the people who are watching this tonight hop on our Facebook page, take a look, go on our website, zargesusa.com, check us out. Check out some of the history. Check out some of the cool jobs we're getting into. We got a ton of different partnerships coming up. A few that I can't speak of, but some of them are so massive that you're going to hear about them pretty soon, no matter what. But we are really, really gearing up to make overlanding really, really cool and really, really unique in 2021, just with some of the stuff we're doing.
Yeah, I agree. And you have secretly shared with me at least one of the projects you got going on. And let me tell you, these cases are just, it's unbelievable how I can't describe them, how cool they are. Somebody asked how many colors are offered with the cases when you order one from them.
You dream it, we build it. We work with Mako, so it's like auto paint, high-end stuff. Yeah, I mean, it might scratch a little bit, but you guys are overlanders. I mean, if you're buying a showcase, well, you're probably not going to want a Zarges case anyways. So it's high-quality stuff. It's not powder-coated. It's high-quality stuff. Same thing you would get for auto paint. and the selection list is whatever Mako offers. So
that's cool. That's cool.
You know,
Well, you don't want your stuff looking new anyway. Then people will think all you do is hang out at shows and malls and stuff.
Malls, yeah.
In fact, I buy something new, I drag it on the ground for a little bit so people think I've had it for years. That's just the way I am. But
yeah, well, we'll rough them up for you if you want. You know, say give me
the patina. Yeah,
give me the Joey package, and I'll go over there. I'll scratch it up a little bit, and beat it up. Whatever you want, we got it coming for you.
Well, my colors really don't matter. I'm a sticker whore, so I stick stickers all over everything. So it doesn't really matter what my color is. But that's cool, man. That's cool. It's unbelievable how weatherproof, waterproof those things are. How beautiful that they look, and there's no doubt that you've got top-notch case, and I want everybody to follow what you've said and go to your Instagram page, Zarges USA, and that Zarges Heat.
Yeah,
that's what he is on the Instagram, and go and check out the pictures.
You get some real. I get to post some stuff that is not exactly. I toe the line a little bit more than our company page does. I'll just say that. So follow me as well. That _Zarges_Heat, and I'll show you everything we're doing. I like to leak little pictures of projects that are coming up straight out of the warehouse. We have some really, really cool partnerships with companies that are not even in the overlanding world, and it's just so cool how it all blossomed from overlanding.
That's cool.
Somebody heard about us through an overlander, and one guy talks to another guy, and ideas start spinning, and all of a sudden I'm talking to a company that does nothing to do with overlanding, but who they heard about me from an overlander. So it's a really cool community that you guys have.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's just like one big giant family. It is. And man, Adam, I've been excited about this. We're doing a world premiere tonight of some new gear that you got coming out, and I'm just thrilled. I'm just thrilled. And let me say this before we get started and do some pictures of all this other stuff. If you share this show tonight, you will win. You have the chance to win, if your name is drawn out of a hat, a piece of Step 22 gear that's not even. No one
has them. No one has them yet.
Nobody has it. It's so freaking cool. World premiere. Adam, tell us what you got coming on.
Yeah, thank you. Well, so first, let me touch a little bit on what Ryan's got, because I really appreciate the quality that they do. I've actually got a friend that got some cases from Ryan, so when we go out exploring, he puts them on his roof rack, and I know those new mounts are going to be the jam. That's going to be awesome. Yeah. And what my friend does is, because like our flat box, the Stingray. Here's the Mini. If you call me and say, "Oh, I'm going to put this on my roof rack or back of my truck," I'm going to tell you no. This is not a throw it on your roof rack. This is not a strap it down. This is not a go through a rainstorm. But Zarges is, and you don't have room for this on the inside of your rig. You put that case up top, and now it's going to be that much easier with those mounts. You get to camp, you flip your hard case, and you can grab. We've got. Our flat boxes fit a lot of their hard cases. Now you got something, you pull it out, go to your camp kitchen, got your clothing, got your whatever, right? So it's a kind of a combination, working hard goods with our products. So that's kind of like the hand in hand thing, where I always tell people, you got that problem, find the solution. Sometimes the solution is pairing multiple purpose-built products for your needs.
Yeah, 100%.
So
I agree.
Well, I got this one in front of me. So this is the Stingray Mini HD.
Heavy duty.
Joey, you showed us the Stingray that you've got, which is the tread weave material.
Right.
So new that we've launched. So this is the full size. This material, if you've got the Hedgehog or the Pangolin tool roll, the coated material that forms the main part of those bags. So what happened was we originally did the Stingrays was kind of dry goods, camp kitchen clothes. That was the problem we were solving. And then we saw a bunch of end users who were using them for recovery gear and heavy duty tools and stuff. We said, okay, cool. If you're going to use them that way, we're going to build this product for that end use. So these are they're bomber. I mean, this is that material. I don't know if you've ever seen, if you watch the YouTubes, the original launch of our stuff, this is the material where I'm taking kind of sharp objects and it's not even scratching.
Right.
Both interior and exterior is that material. And this is just like, call me and say, I want to store this. Like, whatever you want to store, I don't care what it is. This is a jam. So you got that in HD.
Incredible.
And then limited storage space for some people, or a purpose-built kit, right? Perfect for cameras, a coffee setup, snacks, lunch, whatever it is. So the mini it's exactly half the size this way, right? So now you've got both sizes. So now there's going to be 4 different versions of this flat box: the standard, large, and small. This version, heavy duty, standard, and mini.
That's cool.
So that's that. Now, probably what you really want to see is the entire new products. So we got 2 more products. Now we have put some still images out on these, but no one's seen them in 3D. Well, you're still seeing them in 2D, but no one's seen them all around. What you all are looking at, if you're looking at a screen right now, that's a 10 kili or a 10 kile, depending on what part of the world you're from. It's a tree kangaroo. Okay, so that's why we got the picture up there. Most people have never heard of a 10 kili.
Never heard of it.
Like
Never
the pangolin. When we launched the pangolin, people couldn't pronounce it. Wasn't sure what they were. So now you're looking at a 10 kili, and this is the 10 kili tech pouch.
Oh, that's so cool. I love it.
Okay. So it's fully padded. I'm going to go ahead and drop this camera down. Give you guys a little bit better of a view here. It's fully padded. So whatever type of tech or gear you're going to put in this, you've got full protection all the way around. Starting at the front, when we get to the interior, you're going to see an interior pocket, which is actually a pass-through, right? So you can access the same pocket, which is the front wall of this, both from the exterior, interior. And what that creates is a pass-through. So if you want to have clean cord management and you got a little charging brick on the inside, you're now able to run your phone on the outside, or your camera on the outside, or your camera on the inside, plug this into your charger or whatever it is. You're at, even a local coffee shop or in the back of your rig, whatever. You're not dealing with all the cables that you normally would. One of the real unique things about this is the angle of the zipper.
Yeah, I love
basically what this does, comes down like this, and it gives you that built-in workspace, right?
Love it.
So depending on where you're going to end up using this, you don't have room. It's camera gear. You don't want it in the dirt or whatnot. Now you've got room to be able to manage your stuff right there within the product. I'm going to open this other one up so I can kind of show you different configurations of the top. So the main compartment, you can see this one that I've got here. I've got a number of items stored in here, and you can see I've got a wall going down the center, right? You're able to undo that in the middle, and we've got hook and loop, which allows you to basically go from anywhere from having one big compartment. You could have 3 compartments. You could pop one of these out, put a lens in there, another camera, whatever your tech might be. You could pop both of them out, and you don't need to connect them in the middle, right? So you could do like so, or you could connect them in the middle, have 2 compartments. So if it's a drone, a GoPro, like whatever you can think of, now you've got more ways to kind of manage that main compartment storage. Just in front of that, you've got a zippered compartment designed for cable management. So you got your phone chargers, everything now has, it's got their own proprietary type plugs and everything. We all have a bunch of different cords with us. Now you can have them all easily managed there. This is something that's pretty cool. The zipper pull.
Yeah, I saw that. Let
me see if I can The zipper pull is actually a micro SD.
I got a still image of it.
Storage. There you go. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm on the GoPro and we think we're going to shoot a certain amount. We got to get a couple more shots. I don't have any more memory. Like I recommend this as the drop a spare in there and always have that spare on standby.
That's so cool.
Then you're good
genius idea. Genius.
It really is.
Then moving into that workspace, this is that shared pocket I told you about. So you've got some relief here. It kind of bows up. You got the zipper in the middle. In this case, I got my charging brick, right? So I could put that in here and I can route that cable out the front. And that's going to be that storage management. Swinging all the way to the front, we've got 4 compartments on what become the lid here. And if you want to do your SD card storage, you've got 4 compartments there. Now this is hook and loop compatible, and we bring you, we include a set of these guys. So if you got a Sharpie, you got a gray Sharpie, I don't know if I've got a gray Sharpie right here, but anyway, you can write on here what you're storing in there. You can put full, new card, old card, whatever it is. You can put full on top, and then when you put a full card in there, you can turn that over. So you basically got your card management. So that's a configuration. Then moving to the back side. So this is also we've got a new product coming. It's called the Hook It, the Molly Hook It. Everything's Molly right now. Molly panels are all the rage, right? Everyone's got that, and a lot of times. So we build all of our Molly bags to PAL spec. It's 1.5 inch spacing for the stitching, 1 inch between the rows. Well, you got rigid panels and all these other panels that companies aren't making to spec. You gotta weave webbing through. Sometimes it's a tight space.
Yep.
What we're doing is the kit, which I can show you the whole kit shortly, but the Tenkili includes 2 pieces from the Hook It. What this allows you to do is you feed these guys on the back side through that webbing. Okay. And now you've got quick attach. Okay, so we're working on straps right now. So if you're out on the trail, you're gonna go shoot something, you got your camera, you're going to the coffee shop, whatever it is, you wanna sling this over real quick, you'll be able to do a quick attach strap to this. You want to hang this on the back of a headrest, you want to do all kinds of other management. You'll be able to basically, have these nice rings here. In addition to these 2 pieces, the Hook It comes with a whole bunch of hardware. So you basically you'll get if you buy the Hook It, which is the set of hardware, it includes this, which includes the ring that's on there. But then we also do a version that doesn't have the ring, right? It's just a web loop. And it includes a carabiner, like so. And the way that this carabiner works is built in a 1 inch slot for webbing, right? So you can now take that loop, mount it down onto the carabiner, right? And here's an example of how this is on the back side of another bag. Now you've got your Molly bag, and you can go attach this to whatever else is that you want to attach this to, and you're not having to weave all that webbing through. You're able to do it quickly. You could take, if you've got a seat back, right? So it doesn't have to be your bag. You could now take one of these and put it going from the top down, and now on your seat back or wherever it is, now you have one of those loops. You can put a carabiner on it. The kit includes a side release buckle, which is Molly compatible, so you can mount this on webbing either way. You're able to put the male part through. So you've got quick attach, right? So I could go on and it can get super complicated, but you end up with a bunch of hardware pieces. So all of your Molly gear, you're going to be able to easily and quickly attach, no matter how you're using that product.
That's so cool.
So that's the Hook It kit. That's the Tenkili. The other new product, this is the Tortoise. This is the Tortoise toiletry bag. So,
and I didn't put a picture of a tortoise up there because I'm just assuming everybody knows that that's like a turtle.
Yeah. If you need to see a picture of a tortoise, you got more problems.
This is a picture of a tortoise.
And we
right
can help you here, right? So this goes back to the typical DOP kit, which DOP I'm sure was a great guy over 100 years ago with the top mid zip. I call it the black hole. All your products are stacked up on top of each other. To me, you get to where you're going to go. You have to pull all your products out, set them out to use them. You're digging through it. You got to hold it open while you're trying to get your stuff in and out. It doesn't make sense. So one of the things we do at step 22 is hit the reset button. And rather than just do another version of a product that's been done a million times and it's been out forever, say, what are the problems? What problems do I have when I need to use my toiletries, and what's the solution? So we adopted the same style zipper here, which does the same thing. Now you've got built-in workspace, right? On the back side, this unzips, and what this allows you to do is all of your toiletries and products that you use, now they're not going into a black hole, right? Now everything's sitting up. You want to grab something, you can come in and grab that one item, right? You're not having to dig through. You're not having to take everything out. If it's a quick trip or whatnot, or you don't have the space, you can actually live out of this bag. It's designed to be used, on a countertop or in your rig, someplace that's flat. But we understand that that's not always possible. So we still on the backside did include a hanging hook. So this is still usable while it's hanging. So if you don't have the space on a countertop, you still hang it. You've got 3 pockets in the back side of the main compartment for smaller items. Mirror is included. That's removable. You can store that on the inside in the back pocket. You can store it on the front pocket. Down in the base here, there are 2 more pockets that you can store that in, or you can leave it here on the front. Moving to the front side of the main pouch, you've got 3 more storage pockets here. In the center, you've got your workspace. If you want to set stuff that you don't want to put down because it's not clean or you don't have room, you got that workspace. And then you've got a removable zipper pouch up in the front. So you're doing a quick trip out of camp, you're doing something else, you need to take some stuff with you. You want to keep your, for me, it's kind of my toothbrush, toothpaste. I want to keep that stuff in its own compartment. I do that there. And then all the way to the front, you've got 2 more storage compartments. So if you want to smaller out your tweezers, your chapstick, basically this gives you enough spots where you can basically store, you can have a spot for all your stuff and just know that's my tweezers, that's my chapstick, whatever it is. And then when you're all said and done,
is there a way, I was just curious, I haven't seen this question asked, but just say I have a couple of those same sizes. What's the best way on labeling the outside? So if I have 2 different types of things in there, is there a patch system, or like what's the labeling?
Great point. So these are our Easy Write patches. So you just take a Sharpie. You're able to write on here. So one of these is included. So if you've got one for you, one for the wife, one for the kids, you could put names. If you've got a couple of different places you go travel, so your loadout's not always the same, maybe probably not so much with the tortoise, the toiletry, but the tech, one for the GoPro, one for the Osmo, one for your phone, one for Apple. You could basically, each one of those, you'll be able to write on here with your Sharpie. You go on here and you're going to say,
This is Joey's. This is Joey's is what he's writing. This one goes to Joey.
This one goes, right? So there you go. That's, I know now when I go and I've got these in my bag, I've got these in my hard case on my roof because I don't want them to get wet, right? And I want to be able to pull them out easy. Now I look in, I know exactly what I've got there.
Awesome.
Excellent. That's so
cool. Do you sell those individually? So
yep.
Just say I messed some up and I need to get some more of those.
Absolutely. So we sell just this version. We've got we're launching these in black. So if you got a gray Sharpie, you'll be able to do that. And then in the works, not in the same material, but we've got red and gray that'll be as well. So you can just buy these. The Stingray flat boxes. All the Stingray flat boxes come with 2. And so for those of you that haven't seen the Stingray flat box before, these are also removable. And if you store this in your rig when you see it, you access it from the side, you're able to put these on the side. If you got a truck where your shell swings out to the outside, but you also access it from a cubby on the inside. So now you're on the outside of your truck. Now you're on the inside of your truck. You're able to label on both sides, so you always know what that is. Mm-hmm. If you've got a rigid case, if you get one from Ryan, you throw it there and you pop the lid and you got two of these in there side by side. You can put one of these on the top and you know exactly what to grab.
And let me tell you, when you buy one of these, I know mind blown. Let me tell you when my mind was blown. It's when we got our order in and those Stingray boxes were flat. I mean, they were about this big. They're about this tall. And the way that those things go together, let me tell you, is unstinking real. The thought process that goes into that, that's when you know that you just didn't come from China Mart and these things, you know, you pay $5 for something at China Mart. You have got something that is unreal cool. And
thank you.
And Ryan from CB Adventure Supply is on here, and I know he's already commented, I can't wait to get these in my store because he knows he can sell these things because people want this kind of stuff because organization is something that we all struggle with, and it's something that we all think about. Man, that's so cool. Awesome products. I love seeing stuff like that. Now we're kind of getting deep into the show, and we've already had the cutoff now, so you can go share the show if you want to. But I've already got the names in the hat that I'm fixing to draw. All the prizes.
Okay, hold on. So I told you we're going to throw in the multicam Tropic hat, a set of strap wraps. Someone's also going to get a tortoise toiletry bag.
Oh my gosh! Come on now.
All three.
That's awesome.
Wow.
That's awesome. Man, y'all stick around for a few more minutes. We're fixing to have this drawing.
It's like the showcase showdown.
It's like, man, this is like we're going to round 12 here. We just
you made me up the ante. We're also giving away a trip to Bermuda. So, stick around.
Too bad you can't get out of the country, but we're giving away it anyway. But
just don't guess over the number. You know, you got to stay below. You know, everyone knows the rules.
So you guys, and Okie Taco, I know he's got a few things that he could probably throw in here. Other than the products that you sell, other than the products that you deal with, any good pieces of gear that you would recommend as far as when it comes to organization or packing? Now, I'm going to let you think on that because I've got a couple. Let's see. What is his name? Lee Odom that actually runs Overland Radio. He turned me on to the reusable storage bags. I love these things. We keep a handful of them, and we put. I try to do all my meal prep beforehand, so I cut up onions, peppers, all kinds of stuff. Put them in these, and they stack neatly inside the fridge. And then one of my most favorite things ever. Check this out. I got this from Amazon. It's only about $9 on Amazon. It's a package, and inside it comes with little squeeze tubes. So we have about 10 of these squeeze tubes in here. And so in here I've got some of Dale's seasoning. I've got ketchup. I've got mustard. I've got honey. A1 steak sauce because my wife is a communist and she don't eat steaks without steak sauce. And then I've got some barbecue sauce. And then it comes with these little bitty things like this. So I can put some garlic in there. I've got some Frank's Red Hot seasoning, so I can do some seasonings in there. And that stacks nice and neat in the fridge. And that way you don't have to take gigantic bottles of ketchup and gigantic bottles of mustard. And you save space. And you don't leave home without it. And so those are some of the things that I recommend. Also, one of the things that is life-changing for me because I hate piles. go to Walmart, get you a mesh bag for your dirty clothes. I hate dirty clothes. And so we bought a little mesh bag just like I had in college that I would tote home and let my mom wash my clothes in. We got one of those. We throw our dirty clothes in there, and it will pack in a Zarges case. And it's so tight in there, it will seal all your stank in there so you don't have to smell it. And it's all nice and neatly packed. And also, Adam mentioned a while ago the mole panels. I've got mole panels all over my rig. Love those things. I keep knives, batteries, lighters, flashlights, all kinds of utensils in there. Try and see if they fit some for your rig. So what would y'all recommend as far as organization and packing that maybe your company doesn't deal with?
I mean, outside of some of the stuff that I've seen by Step 22 tonight, that's just, like I said, kind of mind-blowing, right? I thought I was using some good stuff, but after seeing some of how things are organized, it just kind of blew my mind. There's one piece of equipment that we use for our cooking ware. We found it on Amazon, believe it or not. It's a rolling cooking kitchen type thing. It hangs right on our jerry can holder, and it just rolls out. It's got all of our spices, our cooking utensils. It kind of reminds me of that Front Runner utensil set. Yep. But it's something that you can pack your own, and it has just a little bit more storage than that. Very cool. So that's one cool thing that I really like as far as in our camp setup.
Adam, you took off running. I am so eager to see what you went and got.
I got a couple points first. Number one, when you need a laundry bag, why didn't you call me?
I didn't know you had a laundry bag.
I got a couple thousand yards of mesh. I'll be happy to make one for you.
I love it.
Don't go to Walmart and
rather have one from me.
It'll be lifetime use, that I promise.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
One quick comment I saw on the Cody was asking about the Juki machine. That's a Juki tacker. So the bar tacks like you see on the straps that you could possibly win right here. That machine is actually where I stitch up these straps. That machine, you can change the stitch to do other things, but we use it generally for a straight tack there. What I ran to get was battery management. Drives me crazy having batteries, right? Because I've got a lot of things are rechargeable nowadays, which, we're working on cord management with the Tenkili. But I still need to carry batteries. I got a flashlight that carries one size battery. I've got when I go backpacking, I've got a GPS unit. And if I'm doing a really long trip, the batteries aren't going to last the entire backpacking trip. I have to swap them out. I don't even know where you get these things, honestly. I probably got them on Amazon or somewhere. If I find the powerpacks.net with an X, powerpacks with an X.net. And it, so I'll take the 4 like this. It keeps them from clanking around and getting lost and having to put them in a bag and put something as whatever. So that's my one tip.
Love it.
Carry batteries, get them organized.
Love it.
Yeah, and I just suggest having a girlfriend or a significant other who is more well organized than you. And,
what a great one.
She is usually pretty good about double checking on things. So that's my suggestion as far as staying organized in travel.
Well, I tell you what, this is definitely an area that doesn't get talked about enough, and it's definitely one. In my line of work, I get paid to watch people, and so even when I go camp, I'm checking everybody's stuff out. I'm going to every camp and I'm saying, oh man, that's a great idea. Or I'm looking at what people are doing. And that's one of the best ways to get ideas, going to like what we're having this Saturday, a rigs and coffee, and looking at the rigs and see what people's setup is and say, hey, that may work for me. But let me tell you, I promise you in 2 or 3 years, you're going to have stuff for sale because you're going to buy stuff that didn't work. You're going to buy stuff that you're saying, man, I hate that. And I've been a victim of that. And that's just going to happen because it's just going to be trial and error. But you've got to try it. You've got to try it. You know, get these little pouches and see. You know, one of the things that does drive me crazy, Adam, you're talking about it, cords. Oh my gosh, I hate cords being everywhere. And just coming out with something where I can organize my cords. Oh man, that was a great idea. And there's so many areas where we can have better organization, you know, food prep or fridge, clothing, tools, your kitchen, your bedding. You're going to say something.
I got one more thing I forgot.
Come on.
You asked about other companies' gear, but can I give you a world premiere sneak drop?
Uh-oh. Can it get any better?
Because Adam was talking about the kitchen kind of roll deal he had, and there's some other stuff on the market. But it's not going to be tomorrow or super soon. But we had a meeting today, and I can tell you that we are developing something very unique solution for managing your kitchen setup, all your utensils and all that. And it's something that we've never seen. We'll be able to get utility patent on it. It's truly original, like we always try to do, not just do another version of something else, but kitchen, because we get a lot of requests for it, is in the works.
Good. Oh, wow. That's awesome. Yeah. I can't wait to see that.
I thought you were going to auction that off also. And really,
he's throwing nickels in. He's throwing.
You get a kitchen, and you get a kitchen, and you get a kitchen. Everybody gets a kitchen.
Everybody gets a car. You get a car.
You get a car. You get a car. I mean, jeez.
This is not the Oprah Winfrey show. This is not the Oprah Winfrey show.
I recognize that we get customers that are frustrated for two reasons. It does take us a fair amount of time to get products to market. So a lot of people have been hearing about a number of products for a lot of time. They email me, they call me, dude, you've been talking. And the thing is, we don't launch something until in our eyes, it's perfect. We don't launch something with a V1 knowing that a version 2 is going to come and let you guys go test it. And you guys figure out what doesn't work. We do all that on this end so that when we launch it, we say, here, it's done. It's ready to go. And the second part of the frustration is running out of stock. And the truth is we are trying to keep up with demand. We largely escaped COVID last year, 2020. We literally had 0 delays due to it. And I thought we were good. And it is just now catching up with us, the supply chain. Yeah, shipping globally. We source raw materials globally. So we bring in material. We use material from the U.S. When it's the best of the best, we get it from U.S. We work with companies in Japan, Korea, Vietnam, the best of the best wherever it is. And when you look at raw materials and how things have to get moved around with the global shipping disaster right now, so we have delays. We're about to do a restock. We plan for a 3 to 4 month supply. A couple SKUs we figure are going to sell out in a day or two. Like we have a product or two we think may sell out in less than a day. People are going to be unhappy, and it's a good problem to have. But we just ask everyone to really understand that the way that we build, we design, the team that we built to be able to do what we do, doesn't allow us to crank stuff out just like we're making knockoffs and bringing in what junky nylon and all that. You're going to have to wait, but we do promise you're going to get the best.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I have in my hand the magic hat.
Right on.
And I've got, man.
Now it's not one winner, right? Someone's going to win the Zarges case and someone's going to win the Step 20.
That's correct. Set? That's correct.
Okay. Just we got to be clear on rules, because I tried to give away a knife. The first winner of the knife never claimed it. The second winner of the knife, I don't think is 18. And I think we're going to have to pull a third winner as soon as I confirm the next winner is not even 18.
Yeah. Well, if nobody claims these prizes, they default back to me because this was my idea. So there we go. I have in my hand the magic hat. We have had a ton of people share the show tonight. And as far as I can see, we've had more people watching the show live than we've ever had. I can't wait to get on here and see how many people have actually viewed it. But we've had a great show, man. You guys have been on here, and we shared some great information, and I really appreciate you coming on. But we're gonna do the drawing, and then I'm gonna tell people how they can contact you via social media. So that way, if you are a winner, you can contact either Adam or Ryan to claim your prize. And so I'm going to do the drawing right now, and then we'll finish this show up. And here we go. We're doing it live. And the winner from the first one we're going to do is the Zarges case. And the winner is Patty DeNichols.
Patty DeNichols.
DeNichols.
Wow.
Patty
Right
DeNichols
on.
is the winner of the
Congratulations,
Zarges
Patty.
cases.
There is nobody more deserving than Patty DeNichols. You know why?
Why?
That's my mom.
Oh my
so,
God.
Why don't you go ahead and pick out another winner? Because
that's
I
awesome.
know my mom does not have as much use for this case as somebody else. So,
that's
Mom,
awesome.
thank you for the support. I love you. I love that you're watching, but go ahead and pick out another winner because I don't think
made the
Patty
show.
needs
That
this
just
case.
made the show. I'm telling you what. Good job, Mom. Okay, here we go. And I want to thank my wife for drawing these out. And look whose name I picked. Since she didn't win. Look whose name I picked. That's my wife.
There we go.
Oh my gosh. That was not rigged, I promise.
All right. Well,
that's awesome. Hey, man.
Right.
Hey, and let me tell you, we have had my rig for several years now, 4 or 5 years, and we just this week put the iCamper over onto her rig, and we're outfitting hers because she and Adam's wife and several other ladies are going to go out and start doing some overlanding on their own. And let me tell you, this right here will be a huge factor in helping her get her rig set up, and that's pretty stinking awesome.
Well, I'll be happy to ship it to her.
I can't believe
you know how to get a hold of me, so that's perfect.
And I know where she lives.
Yeah, I'm excited.
That's incredible. All right, we're going to give away the Step 22. Step 22 is the winner is Ryan Rhodes. Ryan Rhodes. You're
Right
on
on.
here. I saw he commented not very long ago.
Congratulations, Ryan.
Do what?
Congratulations.
Congratulations,
Yeah.
Ryan. You have won Step 22 gear. Adam, why don't you tell them how they can contact you, where you are on social media?
Why don't we do Instagram? So it's just at Step 22 Gear. No underscores, no nothing, just straight through Step 22 Gear. Shoot me a message with your shipping info, and we'll connect that way, and we'll get everything shipped out to you.
Yeah, heck yeah. Ryan, won't you tell them how people can get in touch with you and where they can find you on social media?
Yeah, so cool thing about a smaller company like us is you can pick up the phone and call us 704-357-6285. Somebody's going to pick up, or follow us at Zarges USA on Facebook and Instagram, or follow me personally. I have an account, Ryan from Zarges. And I also have an Instagram account, _Zarges_heat. But you can just look for Ryan DeNichols. And just want to, once again, shout out to my mom for winning. That's so awesome. I love you, Mom.
Cool. That's
Thanks
so
for
cool.
supporting me.
And I
love
did
you.
see that she commented several times on here, and I didn't know that was your mom at the time, but it's great to have family support, especially in something like this. Man, I tell you what, I can't appreciate you guys enough. There's no how-to book. There's no manual that you can read on how to get out there and get organized and what you might need. But I promise you, if you try these guys' products, you will not be disappointed. So I want to thank you guys again for coming on. Ryan, Adam, thank you for coming on. Okie Taco, as always, I appreciate you being on here and having some input. And I'm just glad that y'all came on here. It was a great, great show. I want to tell everybody, thank you for joining in. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for sharing. If you didn't win tonight, hey, come back next week. We may give away something else. Oh, look at there. There's the star of the show right there. There's the star of the show right there. Hey, thanks everybody for coming on. We appreciate you. Remember, get out there and enjoy life while you still have time. Leave it better than you found it. Brofessor and friends, we're out.
All right, thanks, Joey.
Thanks,
y'all.
everyone.